Hello everyone, Lucas the Wooden Relay here. Today I have started a new series called TWR History. So this series will go over an item. This episode it's the roundhouse with the roundabout action turntable. I know this one doesn't have a roundabout action turntable. I don't have any versions of this one. Any version that came with this one. But I'm still going to talk about it anyway because I do know quite a bit of history about this. And we're going to go over the item. In this series, we're going to go over the item itself, talk about its history, talk about its predecessors, its successors, or predecessors, and talk about it if the new version stands up as well as it does to the old versions, or if the old version still stands. Or one of the older versions stands stronger than the newer version. So we're gonna go over, first of all, we're gonna go over the first roundhouse, this is the version 3, but this is the version 1 model. The version 1 model has three versions: an all black roof one, an all gray roof one, and then this version with the black and gray roof. I'm not sure what these are, but version 1, these were a hair longer. Version 2, they were this size, but they were gray, but the roof was gray as well. And then version 3 was released like this. Version 1 and 2 had 2 turntables. Version 1 has probably my most favorite looking turntable, and I really hope to get it one of these days. I'm really hoping to get it. So I'll talk about the version 1 turntable. Version 1 turntable was basically like the first version of the red turntable and the first version of the Tidmouth Sheds turntable. Where it had the 3 off points, which is from here, here, and here, and then it had the 5 points here, and then it had the through line. But all the plastic was wood, and most of the wood was plastic. So the wood here was plastic, but this plastic right here was wood, and it was a red. And then the turntable, I guess what you call these, the walls, were this nice, I would say what it was is a ghost gray. And it was it's the most popular turntable to get. It's the most hardest version, next to, in my opinion, the second version of the red turntable, which I will be talking about which roundhouse it came from that. And yeah, so version 1 was all black, and it's probably, I've seen this, I think I've seen it on eBay a few times, but I've also seen all 3 versions on eBay. I've seen the all gray roof one on eBay. I've seen this one on eBay. I've seen all the black one. I've seen the black one. I've seen this version more than the other 2 because this is the most common version to get. And I'm not sure why that is. And for a while, everyone used this as Tidmouth Sheds. This was actually the first Tidmouth. This was actually the first official Thomas Wooden Railway sheds that I got. I had an off-brand shed from, what was it? Maximum Enterprise. I had a Maximum Enterprise shed, which literally copied the first version of the official Tidmouth Sheds. You could tell they copied it. I no longer have it. I gave it away to a family friend. And yeah, so this version, and then this version 2 was released in a set called the Roundhouse set with the red turntable. I don't believe there was a version. Oh no, yeah, sorry, no. It was first released with the original turntable back in 1995 or 1996. It was one of those 2 years. And for a while, I think for about a year, I think it was only released with that turntable for about a year in 1995 in that set. And I believe it was also sold separately. And then version 1, it was the one with the black roof, and then the whole all black roof. And it came with the original turntable, which was the one where it was the original version, where all the plastic is wood, and most of the wood is plastic. And that's the one I really want to get, that piece, because it's very iconic in my opinion. And then a few years later, I believe in 1997, it was the Tidmouth set, the Roundhouse set was re-released with the red turntable, which I won't go over because it's literally the same as version 1 turntable, but it's literally just the plastic. It's how we know it today, where the plastic is all the plastic is plastic and all the wood is wood. But it was the original one with the 3 off-ramp, the 3 track points, and then the 5 things that connect to the berth. Then this one was released for a while. I don't have the rights to V-Track, sadly, but it came with the V-switch, the 5-way switch, which I believe this is how the 5-way switch was born. I could be wrong. I don't know if any other sets had this version of the sheds releasing with this. But I couldn't find too much information on the 5-way switch. And then this is version 3. Version 3 was the only one that came with this, from what I understand. And then it was released until like 2003, I believe, and then it was discontinued. I could be wrong. I looked at the history about a week ago. I don't exactly remember everything. And then after it's discontinued, a few years later, we were introduced with the Tidmouth sheds. But it wasn't the one with the 5-way, the 5 track points. It had the 3 track points that came here, here, and here. And what Thomas Wooden Railway did in his series, he would flip the turntable around and have the 5 points here be ramp, end in ramps. So he would put 6 inch, 6 inch, 6 inch. He would put 5 6 inches and then 5 female ramps, and having very nice and big looking Tidmouth sheds. There we go. And then that was released for several years up until 2000 and I believe 13. So I think this was released in 2000. There's a date. So no, sorry, this was released in 2012. This version with this turntable. But I believe it was originally released in 2003. I do have the older version of the turntable, but it's not in the best condition. Same thing with the turntable, and the shed has like, the wood has expanded big time, like a good 3 inches. And then the turntable is really warped. So so I don't have it. Also, it's also in my room somewhere. Well, I know where it is. I just don't want to go pull it out. And it was released in 2003, and then for several years it was released by itself. And then around 2012, 2013, we got this version. But then, 2012 we got this version. Then 2013, we were introduced with Crowan's Gate sheds, which came with the red turntable. That was this. It was literally a copy of this turntable, but it was red. Everything was red except the wood. And that was released alongside it for, I believe, up into 2016, when they both, so no, yeah, 2016 when they both got discontinued. And then 2017, Thomas Wooden Railway was canceled. And we got Thomas Wood. So Thomas Wood had its own turntable for the 2 years it was released from 2017. No, 3 years, sorry, because it was just continued 2019. So in 2017 to 2019, and in mid 2019, where it was discontinued, it was released. There was a Thomas Wood turntable. I don't have the version of it. I wish I did. I might try to get it. It was released for several years, and it basically no one liked Thomas Wood. I might pull up some pictures. I might put some pictures up here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But the turntable, the Thomas Wood Roundhouse it's like the newer version of the Tidmouth Sheds for Thomas Wooden Railway. The turntable was super small. It didn't fit the Thomas Wooden Railway, the older Thomas Wooden Railway engines. I don't even think it fit its tender engines at all. And we had that for about 2 years. And then in 2020, 2019, Thomas Wood was canceled. And in 2020, we were blessed with Thomas Wooden Railway 2.0. And for all of 2020, we had Nappert Station, we had the Tidmouth Sheds, we had a few engines, and that was pretty much it. And the Tidmouth Sheds is this. Now, sadly, this version of Tidmouth Sheds suffers the same fate as the Thomas Wood Tidmouth Sheds did. You can't fit any tender engines. You can't fit the older tender engines. You can't even fit the Tidmouth. You can't even fit the new 2022 Tidmouth engines on this full turntable. Let me go grab one. I should have grabbed one. So the engine, so here's Gordon. I'm just gonna use Gordon. Gordon barely fits on this without his tender. Here we go. And you have to basically kind of like, he doesn't even fit on the full track itself anymore because he's too long. This has been released for 2 years. 2020. It's already been released. This has been out for 4 years. I got this last year in 2023 when I went to the Dallas Thomas. I got it because I knew I wanted to do a video on it. I am going to do a review on the full set of this. I'm gonna make the time tonight. Or sorry, I'm gonna do it after this video. But yeah. And sadly, with the new 2022 engines, they don't fit on our turntables. They almost do. Here's an example. Gordon literally is like tenders just a hair too long. But if you give them the older style tender, they fit on it just barely. And I actually, in my opinion, I'm not saying Thomas Wooden Railway did this, but in my opinion, they copied Domo's Engine's designs. Because Domo's Engine hasn't, for many years, he made I don't remember when he exactly made them, but he made, proper scale Gordon and Henry. So I believe that's what the design was based off of, but I can't prove anything, and that's just my opinion. But yeah, the new turntable has a new design. I'm not sure if the wood has this mechanism, but oh wait, here's the oh, never mind. But if you can hear, here, let me see if I can get it. If you hear that there's a notch mechanism. I'm not sure if the wood version has it, but I believe it does. And I don't like the notch, and plus most of us just use this. I don't like the center of the notch mechanism, but I like how it works. Because if I'm using when I'm doing my series, I really don't, I need to practice this. Because I'm always either, that was perfect. I'm either always overshooting or undershooting. You guys can see, in my opinion, the little nub on here, on the older versions of the turntable, work amazing. So now here's the big question: does the newer version stack up better to the older versions? No. The Thomas Wood version and the 2022. Oh no. Not 2020. 2022 when Thomas Wood Railway was released. Sorry, I got confused for a minute. 2018 was when Thomas Wood was canceled. Sorry, guys, I got confused. You guys are probably facepalming. Sorry. This item has been released for 2 years. Gonna make a correction that I get years mixed up sometimes, so that's my fault. This item has been released for 2 years, and it does not stack against. So Thomas Wood, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. So yeah, sorry, Thomas Wood's version was released for 4 years, and this one was released for 2 years, because I remember correctly, because I saw it almost immediately on shelves when Thomas Wood and Railway was canceled. I saw the Thomas Wood Tidmouth Sheds immediately. So that was released. So Thomas Wood was released for 4 years. This was released for 2. Sorry, I got them mixed up. So yeah, sorry. So the 2022 version and the Thomas Wood version don't stand a chance against the older versions. The Crowlan's Gate version wins. So the Works Tidmouth Sheds, I forget what it's called, but the Crowlan's Gate sheds do better. The Tidmouth Sheds is better. If I were to rank it, I would put that in second to last place. I'd put the original version up first. Actually, no, sorry, I would put Tidmouth first. It's actually kind of hard to decide because with the sheds. Oh, actually, before I end the video, I would like to say, because I need to, this is important part of history. We do have the 8-inch turntable, which is not a part of the shed, but it's worth talking about the versions of turntables. I will be doing a history over on turntables when I get a few more. I only have 3 versions right now, but that's okay with me. So in my opinion, the older versions stack up way better to the newer versions. Just because we can fit our engines, in my opinion, it's more scaled. Oh, I think Gordon went off. But Gordon can fit it all the way back there without going off the track. You can come out. I like the 5-way switch of version 3. I've played with the red version before, and it's exactly the same as the Tidmouth Sheds version. the original Tidmouth Shed version, and the newer version 2 is exactly the same as this. So yeah, I guess that's it. That's the first episode of TWR History. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I will be doing more of these in the future. I do have another one planned, and I think I'm going to start on it after I record the video for the 2022 review. But that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys for another Thomas Wood and Railway video. Thank you for watching.